Hi, thanks again for tuning in. As I told you in my previous video, I was going through the introduction by these roles and then maybe later in the solution. So previous video I've kind of given high level, and in this video I'm going to start with operations and see what's there. I just clicked on it and see we're going to explore and find out what AWS operations is all about. So I'm reviewing it very first time. So if I'm making a little pause, so excuse in advance. So there are, you can choose different courses you can plan, but I believe this is all about IT operations and you can grow your career. So for example, these are details around getting started, and here these courses, if you look at framework to understand how to make information decision about your architecture. So basically 1.5 hour lecture on AWS Cloud, which is fundamentals. Whenever it is fundamental means you need a little experience in IT, or you may not need an experience in IT, but it doesn't mean that you do not know. You, in my opinion, you got to have some basic level of understanding. And in this course, it's all about AWS security, identity, and compliance. So it's always good to take this lecture and courses because even you're not doing practicing, but if you have time, it's always going to help you in the job, and kind of having this extra knowledge always going to help. What it means by saying that, even if it's not your area of expertise, for example, but taking this lecture, you know that AWS has some tools and features available for security, identity, and compliance. So you never know. That may help you in the future if you have time. Then again, fundamentals here on subnet gateways, route table explained, which is very important. I'm saying it again, it's very important, because in no cloud, regardless which platform it is, AWS, Azure, Google, regardless, you need to understand the networking. And that's why I always say, always learn networking and operating system. These are the basics. So here, it's a 17-minute short course, but again, it will help you understand what are subnets, what are gateways and routing tables, so that's a fundamental. So in my opinion, must take this one. An introduction to CloudTrail, which is audit logging basically. So audit logging means you can see the audit logs of people signing in and all that stuff. So this is really informative. I have not looked into the details. I'm not going to go to the video itself, but again, these are fundamental knowledge you need to be knowing about these area, which is like a fundamentals. And then if you go to the next level and the next one, so let's dive deeper. Systems operations on AWS, 3 days. Okay, and this is 190 minutes, 3+ hours course, and this is 1 day and 20 minutes. So basically in 3 days it's saying it, and it's a classroom basically. So I believe it's going to be instructor led. And then in this course is intermediate, and you will learn the deployment of network and systems on AWS. Means it will be in IT operations. So basically you will learn, in my opinion, how to deploy different networks, security groups, zones, and the system on AWS will be, it can be machines, Linux, Windows, you name it. And then how do you deploy them? So if you have to deploy 40 machines, you have a 10 machine with the web server farm, 10 with SQL databases, another 10 machine for different applications. So basically 3 different kind of applications. So you can put them all together in one network, for example, which is not a good practice. So you got to put them in separate networks. So this is where the concepts of the network works, and that's why you need to design those network for isolated environment for different machine. And there will be like more configuration related to configure, and this is what you will be learning in that area. Systems manager, there will be some scenario, I don't know, let's take a look here what's there in this. I'm not gonna go and watch the whole video, but again, intended audience, Course objective: understand system manager capabilities, what are the best practices, how to use third-party tool services, and integrate with systems manager. So basically you can connect third-party solutions and their different capabilities, and it's all online. And you should be meeting one of these cloud protection practitioner requirements and one additional certification. So this is what they require you. So basically, if you were to take this course before that, I would say go with AWS certified SysOps, and I will cover more details based on the structure or what is covered in this course. So let's say take a look on this one. What's going to be there in this course, for example, and I hope I find the same content detail. Looks like it's instructor led, and they have details about, so not so much available here. Excuse me. So this is the one I was telling you. If you click on digital, and so this type of course, basically you will need some experience. Even if you don't have, so may have some little effort and extra effort you will have to put it, right? So it's all about system administration, basically what the system administration works, at least one of your year of hands-on experience, right, which is running on AWS. Yeah, so even if you don't have that, you can start building your lab. Start today. Sign up for a free tenant. Play around with that. Put some VMs. Put some Linux machine, Windows 7, Linux, Oracle, you name it. And that's how you're gonna learn it, right? And that's what a kind of a concept. And the more you practice, the more you're gonna learn how to set up the IP addresses, how to set up the network, how to set up the DNS, and all that. And then you'll pretty much pick it up if you have interest. You will see yourself growing. Again, the objective, if you look at it, you got to be but knowing about logistics and examination process. So for example, so there will be a question around AWS concepts and all that. So I'm looking for some of the areas in terms of expertise, not based on the exam. Basically here it has exams, but my expectation was what you're going to learn for SysOps Administrator Associate. So let's just search and find out more on AWS websites. So in this video, we should be able to cover what this exam and course is all about. So now we have it, and there are courses for that. I think it's brought back to the same website. Right, so there you go. Here are a ton of other courses. So what I'm going to do in my next video, we'll cover all of these and we'll take it from here, like next video, and then we'll look into all these courses. Maybe they have digital and the classroom are different, but we'll look into what are these courses, digital training, and how it's going to help you, for your job, for your career and everything. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in my next video.